Hey, what is up, mortals? It is TCCrew here with a new video for you. Welcome to What If Deku Could Copy Quirks, Part 15. I just wanted to greet you guys by just saying, sit back and relax, you're in for a treat. So we begin. The alarms blared, waking up everyone from their slumber. Aizawa and Izuku race to where Ida is to find out he is missing from the hospital bed. Where is he? The green-haired boy asked. You can go towards the entrance just in case someone has taken him. The homeless man yelled as he ran off in the other direction. What a surprise, Eraserhead, the hero killer said as he stepped out of the shadows, holding Tenya in his arms. Drop him, Aizawa shouted. Fine. Stain placed the blue-haired boy on the floor. Wanna do this right here and now? Show me what you got, villain. Shota charged at the man, throwing a punch at him. The punch got dodged just for Aizawa to be stabbed in the side with a small knife, the blood trickling down the left side of his torso. The homeless man jumped back with the knife still in his body. Eyes went a bright red with a stare. Shizomi darted towards the teacher, sword at the ready, slashing the air as an indestructible scarf flew his way. When Stain reached the homeless man, Aizawa stepped back, balancing his weight on his left foot, and drew a right fist in a curved punch towards the hero killer's temple. Turning 90 degrees to the side, Shizomi brought his right forearm up to counter the blow, forming a fist with his left, and drew it at Shota's outstretched jaw. The teacher ducked under the jab at the right time to throw an uppercut, sending the hero killer back. Eraserhead wrapped him in the scarf and threw him against the wall. The sound of bones cracking echoed in the hall. Stain flung a small knife at the homeless man, cutting the side of his cheek, giving the villain enough time to escape from the cloth and punch the hero straight in the nose. Blood flowed from Shota's nose as he staggered back to throw a right hook at Stain, just for him to evade and stab him in the side again. The pro hero wobbled from all the wounds he had suffered. That's it, Aizawa shouted, binding the villain in his cloth as the other teachers came in to the rescue.
Well then, you have been cornered, Stain,
the mouse said, walking in with Midnight behind him. The gas produced from the 18+ rated hero skin knocked out Stain. The teachers took him to the police that will take him to Tartarus. Ida was carried back to the medical room where Recovery Girl was waiting. Tenya's condition got worse, and there were no signs of the stern boy waking up. Can't believe this villain got through your defenses, the hot-headed blonde announced.
He's Stain and he's rarely found,
Midoriya answered. Aizawa had to be tended to as he received many injuries from the battle.
We may have won the battle, but we haven't won the war yet,
the principal said, walking into the room where Shota lay. And what war is that? The homeless man asked.
The League of Villains are setting up an army,
Nezu announced. Night-Eye walked into the hallway with Bubble Girl. The lanky man said, pointing out the abandoned warehouse.
Mirio, are you in position?
The blue girl asked through the earpiece. Yep, I and Melissa found a window on the right, Tintin replied.
I can see hordes of these deformed and mutated creatures,
Shield said, pointing to the window. Night-Eye, we are in big trouble, the successor announced. They have about 50 of the Nomus, and each one is different. Get back here now. We will report this to the rest of the pros, Mirai shouted through the earpiece. Just then, an explosion caused the warehouse to collapse. As Mirio walked out of the rubble, a frown on his face when he walked out with a fake Nomu limbs. It was all fake and a distraction from the real truth, the next symbol piece said. You idiot! That causes the League to know someone is after them right now! Nada yelled hostilely. I can't beat them on my own, Tokuda replied. Just because you have the power doesn't mean you get to be a cocky bastard, Mirai shouted even louder, dragging unwanted attention to them. Oh look, it's the wannabe All Might! People started shouting, making Mirio angry. Let's go back to the agency and no more missions for you until I say so, the lanky man explained.
The hero Lemillion, also known as the villain killer after what he did on Island, has destroyed an entire warehouse. Is Lemillion a menace to society?
The reporter announced on the news. Many places in Japan protested that Togata should be in a prison and not a hero. Some pros agreed, and it looked very likely that he would. Mirio was no longer allowed on UA grounds, as he was now a criminal hero.
That is bullshit! How am I a criminal?
Tintin shouted at his mentor.
Because you killed a person and then destroyed a building.
Night Eye yelled back.
Sir, the police have come to arrest Mirio,
Bubble Girl said as he walked into the room. Well, you can either willingly go or run for the rest of your life. I advise you to go to jail. Mirai explained.
Fine, but I won't come back.
The teen barked as he walked out of the door. The policeman announced.
It's not like you could do anything with those bullets.
Togata replied. But what he didn't know was that these bullets are made specially for powered individuals. They take away the person's quirk for 24 hours unless it is a mutant-type quirk. These are supplied by the masked man.
The masked men have been running the underground for too long, and now it's time to fight back,
the centipede man said.
But how are we going to help when we have a classmate in a coma and the League of Villains after us?
Izuku asked.
Because the Night Eye Agency needs your help with this,
Centipede continued.
The group leader is known as Overhaul and his daughter Eri. Although the rumors say that she is not this man's daughter but a prisoner.
How do you know this information? The surprisingly calm Katsuki asked.
I have friends in high places.
Bugman replied.
So we infiltrate this building and capture them?
Midoriya asked.
Yes, but he is very powerful and I need someone who is strong enough to defeat him.
Juzo replied again. Everyone looked at the green-haired teen as they knew he is by far the strongest in the class.
Why are you staring at me?
Replica asked.
Because you can use almost everyone's quirk, making you by default the strongest.
Uraraka replied. Midoriya agreed and walked with the Centipede to the Night Eye Agency where Mirio was being taken away. The rest of the class suited up and waited for more information if the time came. This video is sponsored by Sound Beats and their new True Free 2 wireless earbuds to provide the next level of quality and comfort. Ever gone out for a run and have to readjust your earbuds every 5 minutes? How about worry about getting caught in the rain and ruining your $200 earbuds? Well, those days are behind you. With an ergonomic design created to stay on even through the most rigorous workouts or function through a cascade of rain with its IPX7 water resistance. Enjoy 20 hours of battery life and seamless switching between earbuds without interruptions and at a fraction of the price of most premium earbuds. Check out the new True Free 2 wireless earbuds in the link in the description. Also, know that using the link below, you won't only get an excellent audio experience. Still, you'll be supporting the channel so we can continue to provide the highest quality content possible. Each purchase helps, so if you're in the lookout for a new pair of buds, we've got you covered. Aizawa's wounds were healed, although he could still feel part of the pain. He walked over to class and got ready to go out again. You can't catch a break anymore. Shota sighed, walking out of the building with the students. Once the freckled boy and Bugman got into the agency, Night Eye greeted the boy and stared into his eyes. All that he could see was a mass fight yet to come in which someone lost their life. Mirai, shocked at this, walked up to his desk where the files on this underground group were. I need you to come to scout the area with me, the lanky man told Centipeder.
What about me?
Izuku asked. Well, you can help Melissa make her hero costume. And just like that, they left the building. As they walked out, the police stopped to question them about recent events with Lemillion.
What happened to Togata?
One woman asked.
What, is he a criminal now?
Another man asked.
How long do you think he should be in prison for?
The final man asked. Night Eye just ignored them as he was all work and no publicity. Once they reached this place, they hid in the shadows waiting for more information. But no luck. Instead, they caught a man trying to break in. As the man opened the window, he went flying back, and crystal went everywhere.
Could that be one of their quirks?
The bug man asked.
I'm sure, but I don't know what exactly.
Mirai replied. Night Eye played Izuku's feature in his mind to see that someone had the power to grow crystals out of their body and use it as defense and offense.
Let's go and come back tomorrow,
the lanky man said.
If you say, boss,
the centipede replied. Deku watched Melissa work on her costume, but to his amazement, she couldn't get it right. Shield spent too much time making support gear, she couldn't make a costume for herself. Midoriya had a bright idea, but he didn't want to make the blonde girl feel like she was stupid, so he kept it to himself.
When do you think this will be ready?
The blue girl asked.
I don't know yet, because I'm trying to get all the proportions right, and then the fabric, so about a few weeks, if that.
Melissa responded.
Where am I?
Tenya asked. The stern boy finally woke up to no one but the recovery girl. He was sad that no one would stay and wait for him to wake up until he found out that they were on a mission to defeat an organization that lives in the shadows and preys on the weak. Ida wanted to help, but he couldn't because it was too dangerous for him, but he didn't care. He stood up and ran out of the building with a flash and caught up with the rest of Class 1A.
Hello, fellow classmates,
the stern boy said. The whole class wiped their heads around in surprise.
How are you awake?
Katsuki asked.
Because I am strong and able to fight.
Tenya responded.
Well, then you can come with us.
Aizawa told the boy.
Just don't be a pain in the ass.
I won't, Sensei, but I still hate all of you. I'm only doing this so I can get stronger and then fight by myself once again, the blue-haired boy announced.
Fine, but run into trouble and no one will save you.
Shota clapped back.
That is fine with me, because by then I will be the strongest in UA.
Ida yelled.
Like hell you will.
Ochoko responded.
Replica can copy almost everyone's quirk, and you think you could beat him? You're crazy.
With enough training, yes.
The whole class laughed at Tenya's response. The whole class, minus Izuku, walked around town catching criminal after criminal, just waiting for something interesting to happen. But nothing did until... Thank you all for sticking around, and I hope that you enjoyed. Before you leave, we would just like to let you know that we the Celestials as many other channels for entertainment and viewing purposes. All the information you'll need is right below here in the description. So feel free to check out all the other incredible projects our team creates. Secondly, on behalf of We the Celestials, I'd like to thank everyone involved in the production of today's awesome content. Their details will be in the description below. That's all for today's video, so goodbye, and have a divine day.